he had this dildo up his ass, and it wasn't getting the penetration he quite wanted. So he was like squatting, like and pounding his ass onto the floor to try to jam it up there more.
Oh.
Because
See,
that's what it kind of.
I was picturing that thing that you do when your pants are a little bit too tight and you have to hop around a bit to get into them.
Mm.
I was picturing that, but with him sticking a dildo up his ass.
I mean, he could have been doing that too. It's just what would happen is there'd be this real intense, like banging sound, and then you'd hear this buzzing vibration sound, and then it'd kind of go away, and then it'd come back again, like it was coming closer to the floor, so closer to
Mm,
and I would hear it more through the ceiling. So
okay.
it seemed like
So
maybe,
sitting on it seems more right.
yeah, but I have no idea what he was really doing, but that was my supposition, I suppose.
Damn. Well, listen, if anybody has footage of Chet's upstairs neighbor and what he was doing with those mysterious sounds, I would be really interested in knowing. Or Chet's upstairs neighbor, if you're listening,
Now,
fill me in, please.
your pant thing though brought up like an idea in my head, and I'm sure this definitely exists. I'm just so ignorant and vanilla. I don't know anything. But
My body's ready.
do they have pants with like built-in dildos or butt plugs, and it's like on the inside of you know, it's just like stitched
I bet that
into
they do.
to the back
Like
of your pants?
they have like vibrating panties out there, so I don't
Right,
see why they wouldn't have
right.
like butt toy pants. Why
So you can
not?
just hang out in those all day, and no one knows.
Yeah, nobody's got a clue what's going. Well, they might have a clue based on your facial expressions and if there are any weird sounds.
What are the odds, do you think? How many times have you been in a public setting with a large group of people and someone has something up their ass?
Yeah,
Or bad?
yeah, in any like in a room full of X number of people,
Right.
one person has something up their ass. I want the stats on that.
Like they have to, I mean, it has to be, like I've been in some large crowds, like
Hmm.
60, 70,000 people all in one spot.
There's
You're
got to
telling
be
me,
at least one fucker
yeah, one fucker with something up his ass or up their vag? There has to be.
or up her ass. Who knows?
Yeah, or up her ass, anyone's ass, or
Yeah,
anyone's
or
vagina,
vag.
whoever,
Yeah.
or dick hole, or any orifice you would
Ooh,
so seek to
is that a
penetrate.
thing? Do people put things up their dick holes?
Oh yeah, they do.
What?
I mean, I don't do it, but I've seen it done
Ow!
on
Ow!
video. I never thought it was.
Ah! Why are you watching that? You sick freak!
Sometimes you just
You
see
a
a video.
nasty boy.
No, no, no. I'm just
I'm just kidding. No shame.
you peruse through videos. Well, no, hey, if I had a thing for, what do you even call that? What's that hole called?
Urethra?
Yeah, if I had a thing for like penis hole play,
Urethra play.
urethra play, I'd be
Remember,
all.
wait, stop. Remember when you asked me the scientific word for it, and I gave it to you, and then you did not use that word? You're like, if I had a thing for what's that thing called again? Urethra. Yeah, if I had a thing for penis hole play.
Here's the thing, I know what it's called, but I decided penis hole play sounded funner,
Yeah, that is funner.
a lot funner indeed, actually. But where was I going with it? I mean, if I had a thing for it, I would have no shame in it. I'm like, hell yeah.
That's right. We're all about shamelessness.
I think the first time I had heard of penis hole pleasure was I was fairly young, and there was a documentary on HBO about prostitutes, and this lady was talking about
Oh.
this guy that would like to have like a piece of wire, like I don't know if it's a coat hanger or something, shoved down his penis
Ah.
hole. That was the first time I heard about it. And then later on, as I met, some people, they'd be like, "Oh yeah, penis hole play, that's cool." And I'm like, "I'm not. I don't know. It doesn't seem fun to me.
It just sounds dangerous,
It
medically
seems
speaking,
dangerous. I
honestly.
don't want to damage. I don't want to damage
Anything.
that."
Yeah.
One time I did get like I had a strange itch down there, and I was like, "Oh my god, what happened to my penis? I better go check this out." And somehow, while my while it was all packed away, like a long piece of thread from my underwear had like somehow got disengaged and went inside my penis hole, and I had to pull
Oh,
it
what the
out,
fuck?
and
Ew.
it did not feel.
That's
Yeah,
terrible.
I know, and it did not feel pleasurable. So I don't know.
How much was in there?
Oh, I can't remember. I mean, this was a while ago. I don't know, maybe an inch or so.
That's a lot to just like
It,
work its way up in
well,
there.
because I think maybe it got on into the area and then it itched, and maybe I scratched it. Maybe it like slipped in there. I don't know how it worked. I wasn't in there to see it.
Damn.
But that was my one brush with penis hole
Play.
play. It wasn't really play. It was more
Unintentional.
unintended circumstance, I guess. But
Damn.
some people are into that. Some people aren't.
Yeah.
And then but sometimes you go to these websites, these adult websites, and you're just like, hey, I want to see a video, and then sometimes a thing pops up and it's a guy shoving a Q-tip down his penis hole, and you're just like, hey, you know what?
This isn't for me.
What is that all about? I'll watch like 5 seconds of this and go on my merry way, but
So listen, we're not here to judge anyone on what they like, but we do advise just being safe in whatever it is that you do here at Two in the Bush.
Right, and
So if you're shoving stuff up your dick hole, just be safe about it. Do your research, I guess.
I feel like it's probably a fairly common thing, and people are like, you naive bastards, you don't know.
Yeah, you
the
prude
pleasures.
broads.
But whatever. Are we recording? Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we are.
I should point out we're not live in studio together because I fucked that up, and I just want to.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that we owe people an apology because if you can tell, we are not live in studio together. We did try.
An attempt was made.
But one of us just bawled a little too hard too fast. It's been me before. It wasn't me this time. We gave it the old college try, but then there was puking, and we decided maybe now was not the time.
Oh, yeah. Anyways, I don't know. I have no further comments, but I do apologize. But we'll try to do our best today.
Yeah, and at least now, on the bright side, when we were going to record, it was going to be before our entire weekend happened, and now we're recording after the weekend happened, so we might have more interesting stories to share, or we might not. I don't know. But
we don't know. We'll see where it goes. We'll see how this plays out. Have you bought one of those lottery tickets? You know the jackpot's like $2 trillion now, so.
Trillion? Jesus fucking Christ. No, but I have a lot of friends that have bought one, so if one of them wins, I like to think they'll toss me at least like $1,000 or something.
Right. I always think about how pissed off I would be if I won the lottery, that's cool, but if there's someone like I know like vaguely, I'm like going to be very like, it'd be worse than a complete stranger winning. I don't want someone I know.
Wow, you're a jealous
if it's someone I know, but if it's someone I'm close enough to that they'd be like, they'd throw me some money, then it'd be cool, but I don't know if I'm that close with that many people. But if it's someone I vaguely know, I don't want them to win. Then that's bullshit. Right,
because you just get to watch them have their life of luxury and you have no part of it.
Right, think about that. Or what if it's someone you don't... Let's take it a step further. What if it's someone you don't like and they win? Think about that. Yeah.
Then I would just hope that they got addicted to hard drugs and died young, and that's what I'd hope for.
Well, I hope it does go really badly for them.
Hey... What is the actual first thing you would do with your money if you won the lottery?
I don't know, hard to say, really. I mean, I'd probably throw a party. Yeah, I'd have
Hell yeah. Little Gatsby-style shindig up in this.
I'd probably buy a studio for this podcast, honestly. Probably be the first major investment I'd make. I'm like,
aww.
Yeah, I mean, we can do this and hire someone professional to do all the technical stuff. That'd be my first order of business, more than my first order of business would be like changing my phone number so I don't have to hear from my family. Because, you know, those bastards are going to be asking for money first thing.
Yeah, seeking it out.
Yeah, you got to get away from that first. Change the phone, you move, you buy a podcast studio. I think those are the three steps. What about you? What would you do? You don't have to buy a podcast studio. But
right, because you've got that covered.
I'm just saying I would if I won.
Oh, I see. So now there's this pressure for me to reciprocate buying a podcast studio. No, it's fine.
I'm saying there's not. You don't have to buy it. You can rent it.
Well, what is that saying about our level of commitment? Do I think this is just temporary? Fuck off.
I don't think most people buy a podcast. They probably rent the space. I don't. But if we have $1 billion, I mean, we can.
Yeah, I'm buying the fucking place, bitch. I'll rent it out. If we ever stop. Yeah. Fuck.
Okay, cool.
I think the first thing I would probably do with my winnings is get my parents squared away retirement-wise and stuff like that.
Oh, wow, you're so sweet. You're thinking about your parents.
I know. Well, they've done a lot for us, and then there was some bullshit that went down with, like, my dad's place of employment, and he's gotten screwed a little bit in that, so...
That sucks.
Yeah, some fucked up shit. I know. Fucked up shit. I mean, so anyway, that's what I do.
Point out, I would take care of my parents, too. It just wouldn't be one of the first 3 things I would.
Sure, brother. Whatever you say.
I would get to it. You know, I probably wouldn't even tell them for a few months, though, just because I don't know if I could handle the drama of it.
Yeah.
They'd be far too excited. They'd be more excited than me.
Yeah, I could see that.
And I like the idea of being a prick and being a billionaire for a couple months before one day I was like, oh yeah, by the way, that
Here's
was
some.
me. And they'd like, why have we still been going to work for the past 3 months?
Puts hair on your chest.
I was like, you know what? That was your choice. You could quit your job anytime.
Yeah, anytime you want. It's got nothing to do with me.
Yeah, well, I'm not here to help you out.
Yeah, shit,
no.
bitch. Okay, hey.
Yeah.
Listen, I tried to follow up with you on a question on Friday night when we attempted to record, and you were not capable of giving me a response, and I need to know what is the deal with fucking curly fries, brother.
Did you actually ask me that question?
Yes, I did, and okay, so you're like leaning back in the chair. Just picture this, everyone. Chet's leaning back in his chair. He's got his hands crossed over his chest. He's got his eyes closed. At first, I think he's just thinking long and hard about his answer, and then I realized, no, he's half asleep. And then I was like, Chet, and he didn't respond to me, and I was like, brother. And then you opened your eyes, and you were like surprised that I was there.
Okay.
And then you kind of looked at me for a few seconds, and then you were like, I think I'm gonna go puke. And I was like, okay. Goodbye. And then I continued to record, so like if you would have not thrown that away, everyone could have listened to you puke.
I've suffered a lot of indignities in my life, and that's I don't need to suffer.
It was something of wonder, though. I've never heard any sound quite like that. Let me tell you all what. You're really missing out.
I'm glad I can impress you with my puking because
I was like, do I need to go be there for him? Is he gonna be okay? Because it sounded very, very painful.
That was so, you know what? Just the fact that you had that thought, that means a lot to me.
Yeah, well, I didn't follow through. I instead Facebook messaged your significant other to be like, hey, he's Ralphin. I don't know if you need to do anything with that or not, but
I suppose she should be the one, but
yeah,
if anyone. But man, I have to say, I've puked a lot, and no one's ever came to my aid.
Oh, your side. Well, neither did I. So
yeah,
nothing has changed.
The other people may not have even considered it.
That's true.
That sounds disgusting.
He'll be fine.
Yeah,
I mean, you're like 2 rooms away, and it sounded like you were right next to me. It was intense.
Really? Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Because I remember as I was doing it, because even though I was out of sorts, I was still a little self-conscious about puking in someone else's presence. And I was like, sure. You know what? This isn't going that bad. This is coming out nicely. It's not that much.
It was like awful.
I was like, this has not gone on this long at all. I was like, oh, it's only been like 30 seconds. This is okay.
You felt pretty good about it. I thought you were dying.
But in reality, it sounds like I was in there for like 20 minutes.
Okay, you were not in there for 20 minutes. Okay. You were in there for like 2-3 minutes. Like, not a long time, but it just sounded so bad.
The thing was, and everyone's been in this position, I had the first puke and I felt relieved. I felt good. And I was ready to go. But then I had the second puke, which I don't even know if I really puked. It might have just been some dry heaving there. But
then
it
sounded.
But then I just passed out.
Yeah.
And that was it. That's all she wrote. I mean, when you're drinking the way I drink, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Or if you just drink too much.
Yeah, if anyone's wondering what he means by the way he drinks, he was just taking pulls of vodka straight out of the bottle all night.
You know what? It wasn't that bad.
It served you well up to that point.
Yeah, well, whatever. We're past that. No one wants to hear about my puking. We had recording of it. I guess I could have played it, but I would have had and deleted all that, so it no longer exists.
Yep. I do wish I had pushed to stop recording before you came back in, and I wish that I hadn't, because it was terrible, it was terrible, it was terrible, and you come back in and you're like, so, where were we? Like, you were just a brand new man.
Here's the thing. I was like, I gotta delete this, because sometimes you have people that you think are great friends, and then they take video footage of you, and they share it with others as a fun time.
Who would do that?
I don't know.
Who would do that?
A really dark soul out there.
Buddy, that could go on our Instagram.
That will not. But
okay.
I do know now. I realize what the playing field is, and next time you're in a
there's a picture of me. There's a picture of me in a towel with a blow dryer in my mouth on our Instagram page, so I just don't see what the issue is.
You did that sober, so much says a lot. But I'm gonna catch you. I'm just saying.
Good, perfect. I can't wait.
I'll be waiting like a person that waits for revenge.
I'll be waiting like a person that waits.
That waits.
Okay.
You know what?
Okay.
Honestly,
Hey.
I'll probably forget. What? Yeah.
Curly fries. Go.
Okay, man, here's the thing with curly fries, and you tell me if you disagree or agree. Okay, what is the point? Okay, first off, you have a french fry, right?
Right.
Cut off a little fucking spear off a potato, you throw it in a fryer, you fry it, throw some salt on there, whatever. Great. But then you have a curly fry. Okay, that comes later. It's in a curl. A little curly Q, if you will.
And I will.
It's they throw a couple different spices on there, just not salt. They throw some other shit on there, give it this nice luxurious brown coating. Okay? Now, we can all agree if you're presented with a regular french fry or a curly fry, you're going to go to the curly fry first, right?
Well, I would agree, absolutely.
Yeah, me too. I just don't understand why a french fry even exists after the invention of the curly fry. That's like staying with a fucking a Model T and not getting a new car. Model T, is that what they were called? Whatever.
Yeah.
No, get one of them old fucking cars. But then they updated it. We got new cars, and we went to that. Though they made a french fry, and we made a better version. It's called curly fry. It's fun. It's in a spiral. You can grab it. You know, these french fries can slip out of your hands. It's just a long spear. Your fingers can get greasy. It falls out. A curly fry, you actually have something to grab onto. You just fucking wrap that curl around your finger, and you eat it off your finger. You do all kinds of fun shit.
How else would you eat a curly fry?
Exactly. But, the curly fry just never caught on. It's, it's there. It's kind of a gimmick. You can find it at some places, but it never took over the world like the french fry.
Which is a huge injustice, in my opinion.
To me, it is. I grew up in a small town, so we had one restaurant that had curly fries. It was called Hardee's. I'm sure you've maybe been there before.
Oh, yeah, I live right by one. And
then they went out of business.
Oh,
awesome. Then they went out of business in my hometown when I was a kid, and guess what?
What?
No more curly fries.
Fuck all that.
No more curly fries.
Fuck all that.
You couldn't. Think about that. Think about growing up in a town where there's no curly fries.
I don't want to think about that.
That's some bullshit. And yeah, here's the thing. We could go to the store and we could buy curly fries at the store, but listen, my mom, we didn't have a... Here's the thing, with any kind of french fry, you gotta fry them. They're called french fries. They're called curly fries. You can't bake them.
Right.
That's some bullshit. Don't bake them, motherfucking french fry. Anyways, when we'd get them at home, my mom would bake them. They were soggy. They were nasty. It wasn't the real deal.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, they did taste similar to the restaurant
but
curly
it's
fry.
not
That's because I've done some investigating, and apparently there's only like 2 major manufacturers of curly fries.
Is that Hardee's and Arby's?
Well, they're the biggest buyers for sure, right? I missed the article is actually on my computer that crashed.
Oh, fuck.
So I don't have that information. Oh, wait a minute. Did I save it to the Google Doc? Let me open that.
You did.
But see, curly fries are only made by a couple manufacturers, so that's why they're all pretty similar. There's not a large variance in the actual taste of the curly fry, if you will.
Right. So my curiosity was...
Well, what was your question anyway?
I was getting to that. Thank you. Wait, let me interrupt you to ask you what you were about to say.
I don't remember anymore. Thank you for cutting me off.
My question.
Yes.
Is
hit me.
Why? So they're called curly fries, and the name seems to imply that the only difference between the curly fry and the French fry is the shape. But clearly there's a bigger difference than that. There's a different color, there's a different flavor. So I want to understand what is that difference and why.
Well, because they're coated with a proprietary blend of herbs and spices.
Do we know what those are?
Well, let me see
and
here.
Why can't we do that to French fries? Why do we have this weird divide of only the curly fries can taste like this, and the French fries have to be just oil and salt? Like, why can't we put down our biases? Why can't we open our minds and have curly seasoned regular fries or unseasoned curly fries? I want to see a yellow fucking curly fry. That's what I want.
So anyways, what I have discovered about curly fries is that, a pop-up video came up and this guy's making some fried plantains. That looks delicious.
Some fried plantains.
Fried plantains or plantains. I don't know what the hell they're called.
Ooh.
You ever had them? They're like bananas.
No, I've never.
They're like a more
I've
starchy.
seen them.
Dude, they're
I've seen
delicious.
them, but I've never had them.
There is, I'm forgetting the name. There's this great Brazilian steakhouse in Chicago that I'd go to, and the plantains or plantains or whatever the hell, however you say it, let me know.
I think it's plantains.
Okay, plantains. That's what I call them, but I can't never trust myself. Dude, just delicious. I mean, the steak was also delicious. The way they made these plantains, I don't know, I can't describe it. They were baked. They were warm.
So,
They put some seasoning on them. Just a delicious side.
are they sweet like a banana?
They're less sweet than a banana. They're sweet, but not as sweet of.
Not so much.
Think maybe like a sweet potato.
Okay.
In like the sweetness realm, but
Okay.
not.
Do people eat them raw like they eat bananas, or are they always?
I don't believe so. I don't know if they'd really be edible raw. I think they'd be too starchy or too not good. I think that's why we eat bananas
Got it.
raw. But anyways, this video popped up and I was like, damn, that's delicious. So if you ever come across like a nice a Brazilian steakhouse or South American restaurant, I suggest checking it out.
Go get some plantains. Yeah, I've never done that in my life. Never had Brazilian food.
Try it out. It's pretty good. It's pretty good stuff.
I'd love to.
Well, who knows? Maybe one day you will. When I win $1 billion, I'll just open a Brazilian restaurant too.
That'll be awesome. I can't wait.
It'll be right next to our podcast studio.
And I'll be like, listen, parents, I can't give you any money, but I can buy you some Brazilian food.
Listen, here's some plantains. Have fun.
Yeah,
like,
knock yourself out.
What is this, a banana? No.
Not quite.
Not quite. You gotta cook it.
So I found out an interesting fact earlier today.
About curly fries?
No.
Oh, okay.
This is completely irrelevant. So if you have any additional curly fries thoughts, I guess now's your time.
No, you go. You tell your thing, and I'll wrap back around to the curly fries.
Oh, okay. I am interested in how we're gonna pull that off. I like it. It's a challenge. Okay. So what I found out was, how like driving on the interstate through the Midwest in general is just really bland, really boring.
That's the Midwest. You got it.
Yeah. You know how Nebraska is like especially boring?
Fuck that place. It's the worst.
Yeah. I think we've talked shit about Nebraska on our show before, actually.
I mean, I drove through it a couple weeks ago, so I'm sure I brought up what a shithole it is.
I think you did. Well, listen, did you know, at the time, probably not, because this article just came out on the 18th, that the Nebraska Tourism Commission decided that they're going to replace their current, tourist campaign with a new slogan.
Okay.
And it is as such, Nebraska. Honestly, it's not for everyone.
I like it. I like their honesty. Honestly.
Yeah, so they were like, basically, when asked about it, they were like, well, we know that we suck, and the only way that we can get people's attention and have them want to spend any time in this shithole state is to just own the fact that we suck. That's their whole concept.
You know what? It doesn't work. They still suck. I'm not going. Even if they're...
I know. I was like...
I enjoy the self-deprecation.
It's not going to attract me.
But what is there to do? I drove through it and I didn't see... There's some like old fucking timey, like there's some pioneer shit you can check out. There's some fucking...
They described themselves in the article as like the weird kid in high school that no one ever really got to know, but if they would have gotten to know them, they would have found out that they're actually kind of interesting. That's how they describe themselves. They fucking know, at least.
Whoever's running the tourism bureau
is not even trying anymore. They're like, you know what? Fuck all this. Fuck all this. I'm over it.
Oh my god. Maybe I'm just ignorant to Nebraska, but there's nothing that'd ever make me want to go there other than to drive through it to go to somewhere cool.
Yeah. And it's not that it's terrible, it's just that compared to other tourist sites, they just don't really have a lot to offer.
I mean, what are the states you would want to go to?
Wait, me or people?
Well, you, and we'll just pretend that you're the typical person.
I am a typical person, let me tell you. Well, people are really into like oceans and beaches and stuff, so any coast state pretty much I feel like has attraction. There are some particular coast states that are more attractive than others, like California. Everybody loves California, or like the Carolinas. People are really into that.
But the Carolinas. So let's talk about that.
Uh-huh.
If the
Okay.
Carolinas didn't have the ocean front, what else is there? Am I missing something?
I don't
Is
think
there
there's a lot. Like
right?
people really like the climate, I think, so they have that going for them.
Okay.
But
And why is
other
it?
than that, no.
And why is there South and North Carolina when they're both in the South? Just because one's a little more north than the other?
Yeah, one is slightly less south than the other one. You know what I don't understand is why we have a North and South Dakota. Nobody gives a shit about either of those places. Just be Dakota.
Dakota. Yeah, it's because they made one state, and there's like, well, there's still some more shit up here, and they just didn't want to come up with another
I guess
name.
we'll call this one
So
North.
that's called North. Right?
Look,
We were
even
hoping,
less likable than South.
we were really hoping Canada would keep it, but we'll
I guess we'll take it.
persevere. They got some natural beauty up in that area, which kind of makes it something you might want to check out. They got
Yeah.
the Badlands. They got those that thing with the presidents, their faces.
Rushmore.
Got old Rushmore. You ever been to that thing?
Yeah, I was taken there when I was like an infant, like less than 1 year old, as a family vacation. So I have no recollection of it, but there are pictures of infant Kelsey in front of the mountain.
Dude, you know what this reminds me of is curly fries. because there's nothing more
Seamless.
because there's nothing more American than curly fries. When I think
And
of
Mount Rushmore.
when I think of Mount Rushmore and I think of America, the second thing I think of are curly fries. You know why? Because they're not called French
Why?
fries.
Yeah, fuck the French.
Yeah. Curly fry is the American fucking. Well, I think they're both American, but this is even more because we took out the French.
Hey, remember when we got pissed off at the French and we started calling fries American fries?
I thought it was freedom fries.
Liberty fries,
Liberty.
maybe. Or are they freedom fries?
I never called them that. I don't know who did, except for maybe some crazy white people.
Well, that's me. Just
That's
kidding,
it.
I didn't
You're
do
right.
it either,
I
I don't
love
think.
it.
Why don't we all just call them fries? That's easier.
Some people do. Some lazy people. I'll have some fries.
Yeah,
But then,
that's me.
but what if they have curly fries and French fries?
Well, then listen. It's just like when there's a room full of people and only one of them is black, and I describe that person as the black person. Like the curly fries are the minority, so I'm gonna describe them as the curly fries, and everyone else is just fries.
Okay. I thought you were gonna say it's like when you're in a room full of people and only one of them has a dildo up their ass. But
I would describe that person as the person with the dildo up their ass. It's the same principle. It's just minorities. If I was in a room full of black people and there was only one white person, I would describe that person as the white person. It's all.
True.
It's just a numbers game.
Well, the other white person.
Well,
If
yeah,
it's you.
besides me. Well, I'm picturing myself. It's like one of those
Investigate.
interrogation rooms.
What?
Or like I'm in another room, but I'm looking through glass that's soundproof, and I can see
Oh.
all the people in the room. So I'm not in the room, but I can see the
That's-
people in the room.
Oh, that's why there's only one white person in there. I see.
Yeah, yeah.
Let me see. Where was I going? Oh, curly fries. You know, they were invented, or not invented, but first manufactured by this one company, and then everyone just copied them, and that's how you got curly fries.
Okay, but I want to know
What
what's on
interesting-
them. What is that special seasoning?
Oh my god, I can give it to you right now. It's
If
a
I had a
combination of
dime
wheat
for every
flour,
time I heard that.
cornmeal, rice flour, garlic powder, onion powder, paprika, sugar,
Oof.
other spices, and preservatives.
I love preservatives.
Yeah, preservatives are the best part, to be honest. It keeps it fresh for years. You know, have you ever had this
That's
happen?
what we need.
Have you ever went to a place where they try to make homemade curly fries, and
No.
it's usually they just take it's like a French fry, but all they've done is cut it into the curly thing, but they don't put any of the seasoning on it. You'll find this at like some podunk bullshit, like you're at a campground or a fucking public pool somewhere where they make fucking some bullshit. You never come across that before? Oh man, that's
No.
the worst. I go, this is a fucking
That
French
sounds
fry.
awful.
This is a French fry cut in
In a
to
curl shape.
Yeah, this is not a curly fry. This is bullshit. And those kind of people, I don't think they should be in business. I think there needs to be some kind of regulations on curly fries. I don't know.
Yeah, we should shut them down.
The FDA needs to be on this. I don't know what the hell they're doing.
We have societally agreed upon the definition of the curly fry, and your fry does not fit this definition.
Right.
We're shutting you down.
We all know, I mean, we all have a belief as to what we're going to get when we order a curly fry. And if you try to present a French fry that's in a curl as a, it's not right. It's akin to, I don't know, something really negative.
Something really negative, brother. Some bad shit.
Do you take your curly fries naked? Do you like to sauce them up? How do you do it?
I don't like to sauce any of my fries up generally,
Really?
so I take
Whoa.
my curly fries naked. A regular fry, I might dip in like a specialty, not ketchup. I'm not a ketchup person with fries. I don't like ketchup with potatoes. But I might do, like, for example, if you're at like Zombie Burger and they have zombie sauce, you might fuck with some of that shit with your fries.
I gotcha.
Or like ranch. Sauce. I'm one of those people. I'm a fat Midwesterner and I like ranch on my fries.
Ugh, yeah, I never got into the ranch.
Not on my curly fries.
No. I'm not a big ketchup guy either. I don't dip. If ketchup, I will put on I'll put ketchup on a hamburger.
Meat.
A hamburger.
Yeah, or a hot dog. A
hot dog is a little sketchy. Sometimes I will. Depends on what company I'm keeping. I don't want to be blasphemous or anything. So if I'm just with some trashy Midwest people, I can put ketchup on it. But if I'm with more sophisticated people, or if I'm
Why
in
the
Chicago,
fuck would you be eating hot dogs with more sophisticated company than trashy Midwest people?
I'm talking people that know the correct way a hot dog should be ate. I mean, ketchup is a pretty big no-no, but down around this area,
is there a correct way to eat a hot dog? I mean, it's just meat trash essentially.
I believe the correct condiments are mustard, relish, onion, tomato, perhaps some lettuce.
Look, I'm sorry. Maybe this is controversial, but I'm not about to be shamed over what condiment I put on my pig intestines. Okay, this is just trash. It's just trash that's been mushed up and put into a stick that you eat in a bun. No one's going to shame me for what condiment I put on my actual garbage that I'm eating. Well, okay,
I'm not shaming you if someone tries to. I mean,
I'm like, listen, you're eating like hooves and asshole, okay? Don't get picky about what condiment you're putting on that.
Those are my favorite things to eat, though, so to me, it's...
It's a little slice of heaven.
And it's really hard to find a good woman with hooves. I mean,
Not for Mr. Hands.
Yeah, well, that was he didn't fuck around with women, I don't know.
That's true. That's true.
He paid dearly for that mistake.
Woof. I want to understand. I'm going to get into this a little bit. So basically, a guy took a horse dick up the ass and eventually died because it's huge, right? I want to know how he didn't realize at the time what a problem this had to be. Like, even if it didn't hurt, just logically, that's like 2 feet of schlong going up your ass. Dude. Like, where do you think that went, brother?
Dude, people do crazy shit for not just dick, but for sexual gratification. I mean,
Yeah, but as that's happening, would your brain not be like, like my asshole is not that long. I should probably consider getting this checked out because I'm sure something was damaged in this exchange.
Without a doubt, 100 million %, as soon as the penetration was made, he very much regretted this decision. There is no doubt in my mind.
But he didn't die for a long time, and he didn't get medical attention right away. He's like, oh, I have a little bit of discomfort. I guess maybe I should go check this out. No, right away, I'm gonna know my body, something has gone wrong. Even if it doesn't feel like it, logically speaking, 2 feet of dick was just shoved up my ass. I'm not okay. I'm gonna go get this checked out.
He was embarrassed.
At that point?
It's the only thing I can make of it. He was embarrassed. Maybe he didn't know. Like, maybe in his head, he's like, you know what? It is going to be a little rough up there. And maybe he's like, this is just what it feels like. And, maybe it'll recover. I don't know. The guy was not, well, I don't want to say he was you know what? He was shamed. You don't want to go to the ER and be like, I just took the horse cock. Oddly, it caused internal damage. I had no idea.
I couldn't have seen this one coming.
Of course, here's my thing. We don't know how pleasurable.
Couldn't have horse seen.
He might have, but the pleasure that and anticipation that he felt before that horse damaged him, maybe it was worth it.
Yeah.
No, maybe he, his ass might have been on fire waiting for that. Like, it might have been, who knows what he was feeling. It could have been out of this world. We may never know pleasures that deep. Well, I hope not.
I hope I don't. That's just fine.
But you know what I'm saying? I mean, it may have been worth it for him. We'll never know. That might have
That's
been.
true. I mean, what a way to die.
He seemed pretty excited about it.
Yeah.
You have to be pretty excited to. Or do you think maybe you get into the barn and the guy's getting the horse ready and you're kind of uneasy, but now you feel this pressure because there's another guy there and you
Like, I gotta follow through, yeah.
video camera, and they all like, yeah, we fuck them, it's all right, and then, I mean, these other guys claim that they also got fucked by horses, but do you think they were like bullshitting the whole time? They're like, oh yeah, we.
Well, I'm thinking that maybe they just didn't get the whole thing, you know, just the tip.
Yeah, that horse. I mean, you don't fuck around with wild animals. I'm sorry, man. You just they don't give a fuck. That horse is like a horse is like built. That thing's there to fuck. It's not there to, treat you nice.
Yeah, he doesn't know. He doesn't know he needs to give you just the tip.
Right, and he's whatever, man. To me, what's the real fucked up thing, and I think we discussed this before, is like, what about the horse?
Yeah.
Yeah, what if
Did they put that fucker down?
Or what
Poor
if
guy.
What if he loved that and he's like, damn, I'll never get a piece of ass like that again.
Oh, yeah. Now he's gonna go around seeking out humans to fuck in the ass.
And he can't mate with other horses. All these, what do they call female horses? When them female horses come up to him, it's like, hey, want to fuck? And he's like, no, you can never live up to what I thought.
Yeah, I wish I did. I wish I did want to fuck, but I've been ruined forever.
Do you think he goes to the other guy horses and brags? He's like, dude, you won't believe what I got to do.
I fucked the tightest, wettest little hole.
This thing. It was amazing. Those guys usually ride us, but this time
I rode him. The tables have turned.
And I think I might have killed him, but it was worth it.
It was worth it.
Pretty amazing.
I rode that fucker to death.
I mean, I gotta think. I mean, that horse is probably quite the stud around the stable nowadays. I mean, who can? I mean, what other horse can lay claim to that? I mean, yeah, a few other horses probably can. But I mean,
especially in that stable.
Yeah, that stable, probably not that uncommon. But he did kill a man, which
I mean, that's pretty hardcore.
I just feel for the horse. I hope he's still alive. Hope they didn't. There's no reason to euthanize the horse just because he fucked a man.
Yeah, like the man kind of made him.
He made him, really. The horse didn't really have much choice. I mean, they would say the horse did, but they have a lot of issues. I'm talking about people who have sex with horses.
Yeah, I would disagree, respectfully.
I don't know. I hope the horse is doing all right. Hope he's good. Hope he feels good about himself.
Yeah.
Hope he's not having issues about it. I hear they can be sensitive animals, so I hope it didn't scar him too badly. He may not even know that the guy died. He might have fucked the guy, and he might have been like, oh, I might have went a little too deep.
Why hasn't he called?
Yeah, he's like, I might have went a little too deep, but you know what? I hope I hear from him again. He got up. He seemed okay. He walked out of the stable.
Yeah, he left.
And now, maybe he
seemed happy.
Maybe he's depressed for a while. He didn't hear from him. He's not coming back around the stable. He might be heartbroken.
Yeah, I thought we had something really special here, and I guess not.
Oh my god, that fucking poor horse. Maybe he might have killed himself. What if we find out the horse killed himself because he's so depressed?
Yeah, he put himself down.
Yeah. Oh my god. That's probably what happened. That poor horse.
Probably.
Why does the guy get all the glory? Mr. Hands, why does he get the nickname? What about the horse? Won't we give him some credit for his part in this?
Yeah, where's his documentary?
He was like, hey, you want to have sex with me out without consent? Okay, well, I'll give you something. That's what should happen to all.
Yeah, I'll show you, bitch.
That's what should happen to all.
Maybe that's what it was. He was being violated, and he was like, you know what? Fuck you.
That is another line to take. He might have been like, oh, go make me fuck another guy again. Okay, sure, I'll do that.
Bring it on, bitch.
Damn. And then
I like that. I'm going with that.
I just love that we live in a world where we actually have video footage of a man
being fucked to death by a horse.
I mean, thank God for technology and everything it was able to bring us. Because I'm sure this has happened before. It just wasn't recorded. And there's never an investigation done. So who knows how many people have been fucked to death by horses.
See, this is why it's so important to have friends that will record you doing stupid shit.
Yeah, I guess at least you didn't record me fucking a horse or me being fucked by a horse and show that to
Yeah, not yet. I mean, if the opportunity arises,
I don't.
I will get out my phone.
I don't think. I'm hoping I'm never in that state of mind where that will become an option, but
Yeah, I'm hoping so too.
you never know where your path will lead you. So I think we covered the curly fry thing. You know, that was invented by Simplot Foods. They created the seasoned crisp savory loops, as they call them. That's their trademark. They were the first.
Oh,
And
that's really wordy.
Seasoned crisp savory loops.
Yeah, that's a little much.
They were the first, and then ConAgra jumped on board, and they created the Western spicy recipe crispy QQQs.
Oh,
Yeah.
Also a little much.
And those are the two major manufacturers of curly fries.
I see.
So I assume they're the ones that are providing most of them to restaurants and things of that nature.
Interesting. I guess I always just kind of assumed they were doing it themselves.
For example, Simplot is one of the largest potato suppliers in the country. In fact, they supply all of the potato products for McDonald's.
Damn.
Think about
that's a lot of fucking potatoes right there.
Jesus Christ. How do you get that many potatoes? That's crazy.
How many servings of fries can come from one potato? It can't be a ton.
Oh, Jesus. Now that's a question. I don't know. How do you find that out?
How many potatoes for fries?
This is thrilling. I can't wait to get the answer. I wanted to know specifically, like, how much does McDonald's use? Do they have some kind of like Frankenstein potato?
Yeah,
it's like huge. It's like a fucking pumpkin, and they just get thousands of fries.
How many potatoes does it make to take a? Does it take to make a large fry? Oh, that's apparently about 1/17 of a potato. What?
Or well, then they go on to say Mother Nature.
Oh no, sorry, a single largish fry. How many potatoes go into making one order of large fries? What? Their answer was, why ask? Just eat. Yeah, they're delicious. I'm looking at it. Fuck you.
Mother Nature is random, and it makes our real sheepotty? Shepherdie? What is that? Sheepotty?
Pisses me off. I just want to know an average. About half of a potato in a large fry.
McDonald's was like, fuck you. We have no idea. We are not answering that.
Assholes.
We'll never know. We'll never know. Thanks, McDonald's Canada, for nothing.
Yeah, go fuck yourself, McDonald's.
I'm not even, you know what? I don't even like McDonald's. I know that's a controversial statement, but
listen, I like it in the way that I like any other junk food. I'm like, I know this is garbage, but sometimes I just really want it. You know?
I do, you know what? I do get a little judgy, though, when I see, like, parents getting their kids at McDonald's. And I'm not. Maybe if I was a parent, I would do it, too. I don't know. I think I want it, though, honestly. But I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt that maybe I would. But sometimes I'm like, really? That fuck? And especially some of these little fuckers, like, if they're already, like, look obese and they're little, and I'm just like, why? Yeah. Why are you giving them McDonald's?
Why are you doing this to your kid?
And even if they're not obese, you can be thin and still be unhealthy. I'm like, oh my god, that you're giving that little girl a fucking Big Mac burger thing? I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah. Like when I do it, I'm like, I'm a legal adult and I understand the consequences of my actions. I'm consenting to this. I'm gonna do it. But when I see kids, I'm like, oh, you got really no clue what you're getting into here by eating this.
Right, but I might be bitter because I didn't get a lot of McDonald's when I was a kid, so I might be like, fuck this kid. Does he know how good he has it?
That could be it, too.
I didn't get McDonald's.
A little twat.
I got one of them fucking...
privileged motherfucker.
One of them little fucking welfare hamburgers.
Right arm.
But anyways, I lived that life because I was like, my mom's like, no, we'll just make hamburgers at home, and she couldn't cook, and they'd be fucking burnt and crusty, and we didn't have hamburger buns, so I'd just be on a slice of fucking white bread, and I'm like, oh, yikes. Yeah, thanks. This is just like a Happy Meal. No toy.
Yep. I hated that shit with the bread instead of the buns. That shit pissed me off as a kid. Listen, I was like, shitty buns are like 88 cents at Walmart. Like, come on, just buy the fucking buns. I don't want to eat my hot dog or my hamburger and a piece of white fucking bread sliced like normal bread. I want a bun.
We never had buns when I was
like, I will spot you the 88 cents. I will spot you the 88 cents. We never did either unless it was like a special fucking occasion. I was like, are you shitting me? Can we have just this?
That's when you know how low you grew up, is when you got to use the fucking bread slice for the fucking
when you put a hot dog rolled up in a slice of bread.
And it may seem like a trivial thing. People might be like, hey, people have it a lot worse out there, motherfucker. Why are you complaining? Some people don't have hot dogs. I'm like, listen, I feel for them.
Yeah, at least you get a bread.
But, you know...
But I was like, listen...
Yeah, I'm listening.
it was an entirely different experience, because sliced bread, that shit gets stuck in your mouth way worse than a bun
you get
does.
That sticky fucking shit lodged in your teeth.
Yeah, right at the roof of your mouth, and you'd be like trying to suck it down.
You're trying to work it out with your tongue. You're trying to peel it off.
So it'd take you 20 minutes to eat one hot dog, because after every bite, you'd have to suck that bread out of your fucking roof of your mouth.
There was a reason the bun was invented.
Yeah, it was to spare you from this displeasure. And I'm looking around at my parents like, you're not having this struggle? Like... Could you clue me in to how to do this correctly if you're going to subject me to this bullshit?
Do you think they're, like, even to this day, I bet, like, if I went to my parents and they made hot dogs, like, I'd probably have to go out.
It would be served in a slice of white bread.
Like, look, I have to go into the store and buy buns. And they're like, oh, okay. Fucking.
Yeah, they'd be like, look at you. You think you're better than us now that you moved out? And I'd be like, yeah.
Well, it's you move out, and I don't know if priorities are different or what, but I'm like you said, I'm like, buns aren't that expensive. I can buy. I'm getting a fucking bun. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, if I can afford hot dogs and hamburgers, I can spare 88 cents for a bun.
Like, I'd almost rather forego the if I'm having a bun, something that should be delivered in a bun, and I can't afford the bun, I'm just gonna eat that piece of food. I'm not gonna prepare that kind of food.
Yeah, I'm just gonna eat the burger on its own and save the gluten, I guess.
I'd rather just eat toast.
There you go.
That's good.
Yeah.
Toast is good. But if you take...
I'll just eat something else entirely.
You take dry, white sandwich bread and you wrap it around that hot dog. That's probably unnecessary. As opposed to a cold hot dog. A cold dog. The bread immediately gets moist and it starts to rip. And like if you put the condiments on it, if you put the ketchup and the mustard on it, it starts to soak through.
It soaks in there.
Oh my god.
Yeah, by your last bite, you're holding this just like drippy, spongy, flattened mess.
Yeah. And then guess what? Maybe you invited some friends over and they're like looking at you like, you ain't got no fucking buns, dog?
What the fuck?
And I'm like, oh, you don't...
Yeah.
You use buns at your house?
Your family doesn't do this?
And they're like, how...
Wait, what are buns?
Yeah. I'm like, wait a minute, come again? Yeah, because then you find that out. Then you have people come over and they're like... Or you go to someone else's house and they have buns. And you're like, oh, wow, buns. That's cool. Or like you go to someone's house and they have something to drink other than water. You're like, oh, cool. Hawaiian punch.
Oh, no, here's some bullshit. Oh, go on.
No, go. No, yours is better.
I was just going to say, we had things to drink other than water. We spent money on name brand Diet Mountain Dew, but we couldn't spend money on generic buns.
Oh, you guys are up living high on the hog. I didn't know you had Diet
I was like,
Dew.
can we pass on the Mountain Dew in favor of hot dog buns?
Oh my god. I had water and iced tea, I remember growing up. Sometimes, Kool-Aid. Every once in a while. Not the name brand Kool-Aid, though, but the generic Kool-Aid. We'd get that. But I didn't like Kool-Aid. It made me hate Kool-Aid. Because it was like the only thing.
I didn't like Kool-Aid. You know why, though?
Why?
You know why, though?
Why?
Not because Kool-Aid actually tastes bad, but because in an effort to save money, we wouldn't make ours strong enough. So it would just be disgusting. Just like... It's like someone was thinking about Kool-Aid when they... made this pitcher of water. That's what it tasted like.
I feel like mine was probably akin to that since it was the off-brand and it probably just wasn't as sweet or as strong as a normal Kool-Aid. So it's just like really watery, slightly grape flavored. Actually, my mom wouldn't buy grape, even though it's my favorite. She would like pretend she didn't remember and she'd always buy like cherry.
Rude.
Like cherry. And that was like the worst. Yeah.
Rude.
Yeah, well, my mom would do that a lot. She'd pretend, like, she'll still like, this is your favorite thing. I'm like, that is not my favorite thing.
She'd do little things.
That's the opposite.
To make my life hell.
She's crazy.
Like killing your dog.
Oh, yeah. You did kill my dog, too. That will not be forgotten. If I do win the lottery, I will still hold that. I'm like, listen, you should
Here's money, but don't forget, you killed my dog.
You killed my dog, a boy's first dog. Could have lived and not have been a traumatic situation at all. But due to your negligence, it did die. And that is still with me. And that may have an impact on how much money is being doled out here. So, you know.
So
you're still on a budget. That's all I'm saying. Oh, goodness. Yeah, Yeah, parents growing up is crazy. They give you the bread. I hate bread. That made me hate bread for so many years.
Oh, I still love bread.
I don't like sandwich bread. I don't know. I still hold a grudge every time I see a slice. I'm like, you know what? Maybe put fucking hot dogs.
All I can see is hot dogs and hamburgers right now.
Jesus, who does that? No restaurant does that, unless you're getting like a patty melt.
Mm-mm.
Then they'll put it on a slice of bread. Actually,
yeah. But even then, it's like toasted so that it doesn't absorb shit so bad.
Exactly. No one. If you're listening to this and your parents made you eat fucking hamburger on a slice of bread or a hot dog on a slice of bread, let us know that you're with us.
Yeah, tell us about your scarring experience. I wonder if it's just a Midwest thing.
Is there a goddamn race car out there?
It's a shitty car that's been here ever since I've lived here, and I've just kind of grown used to it.
That was a real car?
Like, I don't even notice it anymore. I'm just like, oh, that person is home. They always park, like, right back from my room.
It sounded like a cartoon car sound.
It does. Cool. It does. It sounds just like that. And they struggle to start it in the winter, too.
They sound terrible. Another thing, poor people will know about, maybe not you, but poor people from my generation is, we had these teal-colored plastic Captain American cups that they must have given out for free to, like, poor people, because all my poor friends have them, and I've seen, and there's also a meme out there of them. But if anyone else out there had the Captain America plastic cups, or not Captain America, Captain Planet cups.
Oh, even
you know what I'm talking about. They're Captain Planet. They're plastic. They're blue, and every poor kid had them of my generation. I don't know where they came from, how they came to be, but
will you, when we're done recording, will you put a picture of that up on like our Insta or something? Because I need to see it.
I will certainly do that for you. Anyways, what else? What's up? What do you got?
Shit-ho. What do I have? I have a lifetime of problems. Is that of any interest to us?
Tell us all.
I think I found a new dream job.
What is that?
Besides, of course, just doing this podcast full time, of course.
I think this will work out eventually.
Yeah, someday. But no, there's this position in this town in Russia.
Oh, Russia. Wow.
And it's called Cat Chief.
Cat Chief. Wow. I like it already.
Yeah. So this woman, the job was posted as such, and this comes from our good friend, the Huffington Post, of course. Job was posted as such. Wanted, Cat Chief. Location, Zelenogratsk, Russia? Oh, God.
Wait. I feel like you should be doing this in a Russian accent. So, proceed.
Oh, should I?
Yeah, I really do.
Duties. Tending to the town's approximately 70 stray cats.
Whoa. They have a number.
I tried.
No, it was good. It was good.
So she gets like, she has budget of 5,700 rubles, which is equivalent to $85 a month.
That's good money.
To ensure all seaside communities' cats are happy. She dishing out food. She dishing out stroking of the cats and free rides and basket on her bike.
That's pretty hot. The stroking of the cats.
So, yeah, she likes to stroke them. She likes to stroke those pussies.
Oh, don't we all?
But yeah, she's legitimately being paid by this cat-loving community. They brand themselves to care for the stray cats of the town. And I'm like, you know what? I could do that. That could be my life.
You need to put your application in. You should do that.
Brother, but she already got fucking hired, though, so I gotta wait till she dies or gets kicked off. I don't know how this works. Is it like a government position where, like, you can only do it for so many years?
Oh, I don't know. Well, I mean, it's Russia. They probably have pretty low life expectancy, so she'll probably die pretty soon.
Oh, fair enough, dude. But, like, I'm just like, I could just be strolling around in my bike, drinking vodka and petting cats all day. Sounds like the dream.
Why do you have a bike? Why can't you have a car?
I don't know. She specifically stated that she drives around in her bike with the cats in her little basket on the front of her bike.
Oh, that is cute. I like this lady. Don't kill her.
Right? I know. It sounds like the dream.
Why don't we have those kind of jobs in America? We make fun of Russia and we think we're so much better. But why don't we have this position in America? Let me ask you that.
Right.
I'd care for a cat.
Because we're a bunch of fucks.
I take care of cats right now and I don't get paid for it. I pay for it.
Yeah, you could be getting paid.
Damn it!
You pay good money for it too.
You know what? I should have been born in a communist country. I don't know why. Why I was born here.
I think that's right.
Damn it! I could have some sweet government issued job where I just sit around all day, don't do anything. You know what I just think would be a cool job
What?
is if you're one of those guys. I was watching a documentary about the Cold War, and they were talking about like the guys that like had to work in the missile silos where with the nuclear warheads where you'd actually have to press the button for it to shoot.
Well, shit.
But we've
Yeah.
never shot one of those, so they've never done anything.
Right, but that's their
Yeah,
job.
I'm saying that'd be the sweetest job. You just go in there and you hang out in this fucking office, and nothing ever happens.
Yeah, you just wait. You just wait.
And then I was thinking in my head, like, after year after year after year of nothing happening, it has to be pretty apparent, like, whoever's doing this job now is not paying attention. So when we do need to shoot it...
Right, that's my worry.
It's not going to happen, but it will probably happen on both sides, and so it doesn't matter. They're going to, like, shoot it, and we can't reach them, and they're going to be, like, listening to their iPhone or something. I mean, because they're down there doing nothing.
Right, yeah, just not paying attention. Not paying attention. Maybe they have to, like, cycle through that position to keep them paying attention,
True.
you know? Like, oh, after a year, we hire someone else.
Or do you think, like, they trick them sometimes? Like, they actually shut the thing down, but they don't know, and they call them, like, oh, you have to press the button now, and then they press it, and they think they've just destroyed humanity. And they're like, oh, no, that was just a test to make sure you're doing your job. That's a fake button.
Yeah, make sure you're looking alive up there.
Right? Because I was just thinking, like... And it's like, the way it was described, it's like you're locked into a room, they have to lock it so no one can come in there, it has to be secure. So you're locked, and it's two people.
Sure.
I like those, they probably fuck. And so the other thing I was thinking, like...
That's what I was just thinking.
If you're locked in that room together with the same person every day, doing this boring-ass job...
Eventually you're gonna fuck
too. So all this stuff is going through my head. I'm like, they're gonna fuck, they're gonna do other things. I mean, it sounds like the sweetest job ever. Now, it could be high pressure, but in my head, if you're that person, you probably think, it's never gonna happen. They're never gonna call us to push this button.
Yeah, or like, definitely not today, at least. Like, come on.
Come on, this won't be the day.
No way it'll happen today. You think that every day.
Now, I think you do. Obviously, you'd have to join the military to get this job, which that doesn't sound fun. But if you did get this job, this assignment, I mean, I think you'd have it made. Why not do that for, like, as a career? 40 years. I just went down there, hung out, watched Netflix. Nothing happened. They have to give you Wi-Fi,
You get a sweet retirement package.
Yeah, they get a fucking...
Totally.
I mean, I don't know. It just sounded awesome. That or the cat sitting, or the cat chief of cats, sounded... Those sound very appealing, to me, at least.
Well, you could probably do both, because the Chief of Cats thing is definitely just part-time. Like, you're getting $85 a month, and that's all.
But that's... I mean, 85, that's good. That's some good supplementary income.
Yeah, supplementary, though. Like, you can't make a career out of being cat chief.
True. I do understand that. Man, let me ask you this.
Unless, okay, hang on.
Waiting.
Maybe you're cat chief for multiple towns.
Oh, that's true. You just ride your bike from town to town.
Mm-hmm.
This day here, this day there.
Yeah.
This day over here. That's probably what she's doing. She's probably got a little scheme.
So then you get a lot of travel in, too. That's
fun, too. Good exercise. Man.
Yeah.
That's probably what they do. I gotta think.
That's my new life plan.
Yeah, I think you can make that happen. I think we need to create that position in America, though. I don't think you need to go to Russia.
Right.
I mean, unless you want to go. I mean, you then go, but...
I mean, that'd be fine, but I'd prefer the simpleness of staying
here,
for sure.
It's pretty cold over there. Doesn't it get cold in Russia? Or am I wrong?
Yeah,
I've seen
probably.
some video. It looks pretty cold. They seem like cold people.
Yeah, I don't need that. I don't need that garbage in my life. I would be, too, if I lived in that
Right, I think that's
cold.
why they're so tough. I think that's why they're so strong. So cold over there. But they also got kitties, and they care about them, so they're also sweet.
Yeah, so it's like, that's a good balance there, I guess. Yeah, brother. Shit. You got anything else you wanted to talk about?
We both have roommates of sorts. I guess mine's not really a roommate. We cohabitate.
Yeah.
I was reading an article about this college student moved in with another roommate, and on her wall, she had pictures of all these dudes. She decorated the whole apartment with all these pictures of these dudes. And her roommate just assumed they are like pop idols or rock stars or something.
They're all men she's fucked, aren't they?
No.
Oh.
And then someone else came over to visit and was like, oh, those aren't rock stars. Those are serial killers. Now, she freaked out and she was like, hey, man, I didn't realize these were serial killers on our walls. Could you take that down? I really don't like the decor. And apparently the roommate refused and won't explain why she has the pictures or why she put them up.
Oh.
Now, my question is this to you. Would you be if you found out your roommate had decorated the apartment with serial killer pictures, would you want them taken down?
I mean, I think it would heavily depend on the vibes I'm getting from the roommate, because that could be just kind of like dark and interesting and like still kind of weird, but like if they're not giving me vibes that they are interested in murdering, then I would be like, okay, cool, whatever, like live your life. It looks okay. But if they were creeping me out, if they were giving me weird vibes, and then I also found out that these were all serial killers, listen, I don't think I'd even take the time to ask them to take that down, because taking down the decor is not going to change who they are at their core. So I
Right.
would instead just pack my bags at that point and be done. So I guess
I mean,
there's
I
no
didn't get
scenario where I just ask them to take down the pictures.
right. I mean, it's whatever. I didn't get the big to do about it. I mean, people are really into serial killers. We make
Yeah.
movies about them. We make documentaries. We make books. We People love to hear about them, watch them, and see them. So then I'm like, really, what is the difference? But then I guess I mean they are staring at you 24/7. So that's a little different than just watching like a true crime documentary or reading a book. But maybe those are even worse because the television and the books they get into detail about what they did and how they killed people and tortured them, etc. The picture is just a picture of them, and
Right,
some
but
of the, you know,
I think it's kind of the opposite. I think the pictures are worse because at least with the television and the books, it's like there's something of substance here to be interested in. Whereas the pictures, like you are putting up pictures of these people because you have this like preoccupation or obsession with them that exists outside of just
right.
watching an interesting documentary. You know, like this is something that you're bringing outside of that into your just day to day life, your existence.
I can see that. I mean, Ted Bundy is kind of a cutie, so I could see why maybe his picture would be up.
Yeah. I
Um,
mean, listen, I wish
Other
that
than
I
that,
had the opportunity to hit that, you know?
well, listen. I mean, he did have a long term. I don't know if you know much about Ted Bundy, but he did have a long term girlfriend that made it out unscathed. So you could have been her. You could have just been the one that
The
would
one that
find
got
like
away, if you will.
the one that would like find murder weapons around that apartment and be like, you know what? There's probably a justified reason for this. I'm just gonna ignore that.
Yeah, I'm sure this is
Um,
fine.
I believe she did stuff like that. I don't want to solely her name, but anyways, most of these serial killers aren't the best lookers though, so I really wouldn't want them hanging
Right.
out looking
Yeah,
at me. But
pictures in my apartment.
Jeffrey Dahmer he's kind of, he was kind of a dork, but he kind of had an intriguing look to him.
Yeah,
I
a
could see that
certain
maybe as well.
cuteness, I guess.
I did see that new Halloween movie earlier in the week.
Yeah, how
Um,
was that?
it was not bad. You've never seen these movies, right?
I think I
Halloween.
saw the original, but like once and a long time ago, so I don't remember much of the specifics.
Okay, so like this one, it's not really necessary for you to see the other movie, but
Hmm.
if you really want to understand what's like some of the references and how characters connect, if you watch the original Halloween and then watch this new one, because it's a direct sequel
Yeah,
um, to it, then it helps you understand it. But you can watch it as a standalone as well.
sure.
But it was well done. It had some scary moments. Had the same kind of vibe as the original. It's good character. You know what? The characters are really surprising. They really made you care about the character. So when they did die, or there was a threat that they could die, you actually cared about them. So that's a
Aw.
good thing. Usually, don't get that in a lot of horror. They have this cute little black kid who's being babysat by one of the teenage characters, and he
Mhm.
is just a great. He's just the cutest little kid. I thought he was gonna die for a minute, and I was like, if they kill that kid, I'm walking out of this movie. I'm done
I'm
with it.
fucking
But
done. Yeah.
I'm fucking done. This cute little chubby fat kid, he was the best. He made it. There's a great
Oh,
little scene where
well, way to give that
the
away.
babysitter, yeah, the baby, he's with his babysitter and she's talking to her boyfriend on the phone or someone, and they're talking in code about how he's gonna bring the weed over, and then the little kid's like, I know what you're talking about. You're gonna bring
Ah,
weed, and then
does he
she's,
smoke with them?
I'm butchering this joke or this humorous scene, but anyways, and there's a great scene where she's like, "Hey, you can't say anything about this, or I'll tell your mom about your browser history." And
Ooh,
there's this great little repartee, but
that's hilarious.
it was cute. And then the kid, he makes it. He survives. I hope he's the main character in the sequel. I hope they do a sequel, and it's like a little fifth grade
Would it
kid.
still be a sequel
and,
if this was a sequel?
Yeah, it'd be the third. It'd be a trilogy now.
There you go.
But the movie was not bad. It was your typical
hoe
slasher movie, but it had some gravitas to it because it had Jodie Foster. Or, I'm sorry, Jamie Lee Curtis in it.
Keep doing this. This happened this weekend already. I just want everyone to know. Wait, no, that was Danny.
No, other people.
That was Danny. Yeah, but it was Jodie Foster as well. It's always Jodie Foster. Why? They're nothing alike.
Because they both came from the 70s. They're two actresses who came out of the 70s. Jodie Foster was in
The Silence of the Lambs. Don't test me on this, of course.
Which may be similar to... It's a horror movie.
I guess.
Well. Okay.
But not a similar type.
No, not particularly, no. But no, I mean, yeah, they're somewhat. So how are they dissimilar?
I don't think they're very similar. I don't know. Whatever.
They're both about a guy. They're both about a guy that kills women.
Jesus fucking Christ.
We can get it. We can work it so they're very similar. Anyways,
no.
I don't know. I know who they are. I know who Jodie Foster is. I'm a huge fan.
Perfect.
She was in. I can name a few movies of hers.
That's fine. You don't need to do that.
I can also name a few. The other
Jamie
one.
Lee Curtis. Jamie Lee Curtis. Oh, brother. She's in, what's that movie? What? True Lies.
Dude, True Lies. Let me tell you about that movie.
Such a gem.
Here's a scene.
Brother, Drunk Cinema.
We could do that. That
Please.
Could be one.
Oh, that's a good one.
I didn't know you were such a True Lies fan. I didn't.
It's so... No. My dad loves it, or loved it at least, so I watched it a lot growing up just because of my dad. I never loved it, but it's just one of those classic, like, just good enough movies. And then there's a lot of just really good opportunities for funny, like, dialogue reenactment when drunk. I'm really into this.
You know who I have to be if I'm in that, if we do that?
You have to be who?
You're like, I don't know. Well, can't remember his name.
Arnold Schwarzenegger?
In the movie. No, not Arnold. It's fucking the guy from Twister.
He's in that? Bill Paxton?
Well, yeah. He plays the fucking...
he's the bad guy.
Car salesman. No, he's the sleazy car salesman that's pretending to be a spy.
Oh, him! Oh, my God.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do.
He's having an affair with his wife, and he's pretending to be a spy.
Yeah.
But the whole time... Her actual
Doesn't he
husband,
pee himself at one point?
Yeah, he pisses himself.
Yeah.
I'll do that. I'm gonna bring. Dude, so awesome in that movie. He's such a fucking sleazeball. He's got a mustache. He wears a turtleneck. Perfect.
I love it.
That's one of my all-time favorite characters of his, besides Twister, obviously. But what else was I going to say about that movie? I can't believe you watched that movie growing up, because she has a pretty cool...
Yeah, there's a provocative scene there.
Which was was like one of my favorite scenes in a movie.
Erotica.
Because I never thought of Jamie Lee Curtis as necessarily hot for some reason.
No, that would never occur to you. And then you're like, whoa.
In the 80s, she was supposed to be like this hot chick. She did movies where like she showed her tits and stuff, and she's supposed to be this hot chick. But I never thought of her for some reason.
You just don't think about her that way. I don't think about the Activia lady as a sexual object.
And then I seen that, and I was like, oh my god, it like blew my mind as however old I was. I was like, this, she is...
Classic MILF. She
is grade A MILF, if I do say so myself. It's even better. That's like a PG-13 strip, so she doesn't get totally naked. It leaves a little mystery there.
Yeah. A little class.
Man. A little class and sophistication there. What a woman. She's a great, man, telling you to get eat your Activia, get your stuff in order. Still doing the Halloween movie. She's not ashamed. Some actresses might be like, yeah, I did some shitty horror movie when I was young, but she's like, you know what? I love Halloween.
Bring it on.
Keep doing this. I'll do it. I'll keep doing them until I die. I don't care.
Yeah.
And she's like, what a woman. I love her.
What a woman.
You know what? Never really thought about her until I went and seen this movie again.
And now I'm a big fan. She was.
I'm a big fan again. She's great. She's got a sense of, you know what? Out of all the Jodie Foster types and other women of her peers, She's probably the best. She has a little bit of a sense of humor to her that the others don't
Yeah.
have. A little
And
bit of
she seems intelligent and like, what has she ever done that
yeah.
was not good? Controversy wise, like, is she a bad person?
Oh,
I don't know of any dirt on her.
well, they tried to get some controversy on her with this movie. I don't know if you heard about it.
No.
Oh, okay, so you know the new thing now that the conservative people like to do is they like to try to catch liberal people being, I don't know,
Hypocrites.
using hypocrites or using hubris or whatever. But I guess in real life she's like very like anti gun, like
Yeah.
vehemently against
Oh,
guns.
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah. So they're like, she's holding guns in this movie.
yeah, and in this movie her character is very like a gun user, shoots
Yeah.
guns, solves problems using a gun, etc., etc. So they're like, "Oh, we got her. She uses a gun in this movie," and no one really paid attention. No one was like,
Right, because it's like,
whatever.
well,
It's a
yeah,
movie."
acting is taking on a character, so.
I mean, I get that there is a little bit of an issue with how Hollywood is very like gung ho against guns and stuff, but
And then they use them in movies, yeah.
they do like to portray the violence of the gun in movies, and like not in a very like glorified manner. But
Right.
I think at the end of the day, we have to understand there's a difference between real violence and movie violence. There just
Right.
is. One actually hurts people. One, I don't really feel that. Watching, especially in a movie like Halloween where it's very fantastical. It's not in a realistic scenario. This guy gets shot like 300 times and doesn't die.
Right, there's a lot of unrealistic stuff.
Yeah, we're not even talking about something realistic. Anyways, they tried to get her with that lame shit and it didn't work. So
Fuck them. Nice try, bitches.
that's the only controversy I can think of that's ever befell the good name of Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah, so, yeah, moral of the story, folks. Jamie Lee Curtis is a fucking saint.
In my book, she is.
You heard it here.
You got it.
Well, hey, does this seem like a good point to wrap up?
I mean, we can. I mean, it hasn't.
You're always so hesitant. We will have recorded for like 2 hours and you'll be like, I guess.
No. I guess we can. It's been an hour 25. I don't know. I mean, if you cut some of this stuff out, it might get down to an hour, and then I want to leave. I felt like we just have the best of material, but it is a long week. I guess we didn't really talk much about the wedding festivities, but I mean,
yeah, I didn't really know after I made that comment. I was like, do I actually have anything to talk about though? I just got pretty fucked up and had a good time, and that was pretty much it.
you looked like you were having a good time.
Oh, brother.
So I mean,
I was
confirm it.
listen, they were playing some like 90s country and I was getting jiggy with it. Listen, I'm surprised kind of that you still want to associate with me after seeing that side of me.
Why?
I remember walking up to you and your significant other as they were playing some Garth Brooks and
Friends in Low Places.
Yeah, Friends in Low Places, and then also I came up to you during Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy just to showcase the fact that I knew every word to that song.
Well, what I thought was funny is like I know all the words to Friends in Low Places, and I was like, you're like, do you even know Garth Brooks, or did you grow up with this? And I was like, yeah, I know this song, and then you like walked off singing it, and I was like, okay, whatever. Now the ride the cowman song, no, I'm not so familiar with that one. The newer country, I don't know much about when it gets to the newer stuff, but you know what I mean. They did play that honky tonk Padunkadunk song, which I remember, but yeah, the cowman one I didn't. Ride the cowman one I didn't know. That one I was unfamiliar with. Okay, guys, listen, hit us up on Facebook. Go to the Facebook page. Let us know what you thought. Hit share, hit like, tell all your buddies, all your friends, all your Bush buddies about this show. Go to hit us up on Instagram, Twitter, iTunes. Let everyone know we're back. We'll be back next week. We'll be back every single week because that's what we do for you. Hope you learned some great things about curly fries today.
Beautiful.
And that's it. That's the show.
Bye.
Bye.